guys, how's it going? What's up? Next part. Alright, so in the back here, let me see if I can give you an angle on this stuff. Big project, you know. Hey, camera needs, I think I need a wide angle lens. Anyway, back here, I've got a support I've made, painted it silver, and this is actually going to hold the door piece at the back, okay, for the doorway. Let me move the camera back here further. This is just a crazy huge project, man. Anyways, so back here, and I'm going to put 3 hinges, one on each side and one in the middle, and that's going to be for the door. And the door is going to be made out of 1/2-inch plywood, which works out perfect because when these hinges close up, like so, they're perfect for 1/2-inch thick plywood. Okay, so that's the sort of thing. And this is the hinge I'm using. So on a real toy hauler, the only thing you usually see on a drop-down style is going to be the back end of the hinge usually, right? And so I thought, you know, because originally I was going to just go flat like this, and then, you know, it goes out, but that creates too much of a gap. This tightens everything right up nice, you know. It's like, hey, you know, that's going to work even better. So these are normally black, so I painted them white. So I got 4 of them painted, just in case one gets all mucked up. But anyways, I've also been doing some painting of the frame up top. And I found a piece of the board that I'm going to be using for the paneling inside and out. And I was able to cut it to size and made a really decent cutout. So it's attached now and it's staying there. And anyways, let me give you a good view of that. So that's our board there. And the doorway got cut out really good, so I'm happy with that. Now I'm using just 9/16 staples with an Arrow T50 staple gun. I don't have an air gun myself, and I thought, you know what, instead of buying some, you know, air gun staples and, you know, boring a gun on a tank, well, why don't I just use my staple gun? And 9/16 is plenty long, you know, and so there you go. So I've got a ton of staples, and you know, it's not like you need a whole ton load to hold this stuff in place, but you know, enough that it's going to be secure, and then away you go. So anyway, so let me grab my slash here. So whichever way the slash ends up parking itself on the inside, either way, if we put it off to the side, you've got a perfect run to the doorway, which is like, that's awesome, you know. So now I just got to, you know, try and drive that way. But even if I parked in the center, no big deal. The doorway is big enough, you know, so no biggie there. Now, I did say I was trying to keep this as scale as possible, but, you know, it's kind of ridiculous making a massive door when you don't really need it, you know. Besides, it's not like there's real people inside this thing, but it's, you know, getting it as close as we can, right? But anyways, I had another afterthought, and I've got some more of this flooring stuff. Let me just grab this. And this stuff here, this is that stuff I told you is like hardwood floor. I thought about cutting a perfect piece for the inside in here. Thought about it. I can't see doing it, but you know, it separates it. But then on the other side of the fence, who really cares? You know. It was a kind of an afterthought. Now I was talking to a friend of mine this morning about this project, and he was suggesting, and I think I might do it as long as I can get everything the way I really need it. You know, for my paneling and all that, and so I want it to look, you know, presented as nice as possible, right? Instead of going with a lift-up roof and a Dicor covered roof, like a real one, and, you know, putting on your roof vents and all that other jazz. This thing is for a parade more than anything. And he had suggested perhaps going with a plexiglass roof. Now I could still curve the roof and put up you know, your air conditioner and other scale accessories up top that are on a real one. So that's an idea. You know, I would actually like some input from some of you guys. You know, because I still have a while before that would even take place, because plexiglass isn't cheap. And I still got to get the rest of my paneling for sure. You know, and get all the insides paneled, my outsides. I still got to cut out my entrance door, and I've got to make an awning yet, and, you know, my inside stuff and whatnot. But anyways, I'd like your guys' input. Should I go with still doing like a real roof, okay, that lifts up so that people can see the inside, right? Because it wouldn't take much to, you know, lift the roof up on an angle like this, and maybe, you know, put a couple little locker poles, keep it up while you're driving down the road type of thing, or, you know, and or have it go, you know, put it down once in a while, I don't know. But I thought, you know, it'd be kind of neat for people to see the insides. But then again, I'm putting windows in this thing. But depending on the size of the windows, depends on how much people really see. But I mean, we are driving along in a parade. It's not like I'm really stopping for people. The idea behind the toy hauler thing here was, number one, it's an RV trailer, and that's, you know, I work on these things. And the other thing was, you know, having the slash in here, you know, with headlights and tail lights on it, and, you know, perhaps underglow, and I could, you know, drop the door down, servo controlled, you know, pull out, you know, drive around the crowd, and then zip back in, and then close the door, and it's all like automated to them, right? Like, you know, because a lot of people still don't understand RC, which is kind of cool in that sense, because they think it's like, that's just a total bomb. But as for curve pitching the roof, let me just get in your way for a second. I cut up a 2x2, and to curve a roof, you need a centerpiece. And then you just lay that down, and boom. Now I could make this a solid roof that doesn't lift up, right? But then I got to make sure that whatever I put inside this thing, especially in the living quarters, that I don't want access again, right? Because it's got to be permanently installed, you know? And until the day I decide to crush this thing, or somebody decides they want to buy it off me. Of course, they better have some money. But anyways, I can do the curve thing, because I got lots of 2x2s I can cut this strapping out of, and all I need is one piece of skinny wood, 1/2 inch thick like this, to go the entire length straight, and then boom, 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 right? And then I can put my sheet of paneling over top of that, just like a real one is built. You know, well, real ones actually, you know, they have joists, but, you know, this would be like my centerpiece, you know, and, well, let me give you a better visual of that. So we go like this. Say this is our centerpiece. How much of this are you guys seeing? Lots. Good. Okay. So we got one piece goes here. The next one can go here. And then here. Like, you know, X amount of joists. You know. And all we need is one center bar down the middle. And that would work for the curved pitch roof. I hate flat roofs. And, you know, to do a die-cord rubber roof as a flat roof, that means I got to build a whole whack load of structural stuff in here, and it's like, you know, that's just more and more weight, stupid weight, you know. By the way, I did weigh this thing up, and at its present look that you see here now, without the truck in, it weighs 43 pounds. And 43 pounds is actually not too bad. I thought it would be like a lot heavier. And I also decided to go with 5-inch wheels because I had 2 of these already. And I thought, you know what, I got to keep all the weight off the Summit. Like, this is ridiculous. You know, the Summit's not going to be, you know, able to handle 40 pounds of tongue weight on it. And so I thought, okay, well, we're going to go with swivels on the front so they can be steered. And then on the back, I'm going to put, you know, ones that don't swivel. And this also saves me money because I already have them. And the 5-inch is also better because of the weight load. These things can handle a ton of weight, so they're still going to roll really easy, you know, which is going to be really nice. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about going with the plexiglass type roof. If you think that would be an awesome thing, you know. I mean, the one benefit is everybody gets to see the insides. They can, you know, the onlooking crowd, and you know, my wife doesn't have to go anywhere near them, type of thing. You know, the slash will still be something pulls in, pulls out. Now I do have to make a plate in here, one of the corners for my servo, for the door. And anyways, that's where I'm at. Stay tuned for more. I'm gonna probably now end up working on. Just in case, I'm going to split up a few more of these 2x2s and make some runners in case I just go with a permanent roof and, you know, type of thing. And I can still go permanent with the slabs in there and still have the plexiglass, because I still got to do curve either way. You know, the flat roof looks stupid. Also looks almost like a fish tank, you know what I mean? So a curved roof would actually look really awesome, I think so. But, you know, I'm still not quite sure about plexiglassing the roof. We'll see, but I want your guys' opinion on that one. You know, go solid with a tilt-up system where I could lift it up and show people. And I know how to keep the weight off that now, so it's not so heavy. And or go with a plexiglass, which is going to have at least some cross ribbing. For sure at the front and the back, maybe even the middle section, just to have that curve in there. And then people, like onlookers, can see all inside and see what it looks like, you know. But anyway, so like I said, that's where I'm at with this right now. I got a lot more work ahead of me yet. And so anyways, thanks for watching, and look forward to your comments, and we'll catch you on the next part. Bye!